JB Morrow, go and get your bag.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's gonna be another episode of What's Tea. If you haven't watched the first episode of What's Tea, make sure you tune out of this one and go watch the first one. The first one was very juicy, I want to say. So the second one is giving calm. So a bunch of people, basically my story, I had a bunch of people ask me questions. Wait, rewind, play. So if you're new here and you don't know what's the idea of What's Tea, it's something that I've created that I haven't seen any other channel do it, and it's basically giving you guys a glimpse of I want to say my personal life. You guys get to ask me questions and I have to answer them very truthfully, unless I really decide to decline to answer a question. But so far I've been very open to answering all the questions that you guys send me, good or bad questions. So that's the whole idea of What's Tea. So this is episode 2. And with that being said, if you have me on IG and you watch my stories consistently on a regular basis, you know that I have posted this NGL link so you guys can send me questions anonymously, so I don't know who's sending me the questions at all. But without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into this into today's episodes of What's Tea. All right, I want to say this time I got like literally about maybe 15 to 20 questions this time, but I'm gonna try to make the video nice and short and not take too long to answer any of these questions. So I've had this up for about a week, so I got these questions last week. Oh man, pause. If anybody's watching Squid Games, let me know how y'all feel about the last season so far. I'm on episode 4 and I'm extremely heated with episode 4, but it is what it is. I'm gonna pause this because I need to pay attention to to this show. All right, cool. So the first question is, do you have any baby names for your next kid? So we do indeed have a bunch of baby girl names that we've decided on. It is about, where are they, as a matter of fact? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have about 7 baby girl names listed for our next child. If we have a girl, boy names, I'm not even gonna hold you, is a little bit harder to think of, so we haven't had any boy names on the list yet. When the time comes for us to have another child. So next question. Somebody asks, how long have you and your man been together? I was definitely asked this in the last video. So like I said, if you haven't watched that video, make sure you tune into that one. We literally just made 6 months, June 16th. So we've been together for 6 months, but we've been, like I said, we've known each other for 15 years plus. We literally just made everything official in December, and it's making 6 months, June 16th. Somebody asked me, am I single? I'm not even gonna bother answering this retarded question, because if you watch my IG stories and you see that I post my man, why would you even think to ask this silly ass question? Anyway, somebody asked me, what made you start a YouTube channel? I'm gonna honestly answer this one extremely last, just because I don't want to spend too much time thinking about what I want to say. I did want to start a YouTube channel because, one, this is something that I like doing, and it's not even about the money. So I'm just gonna answer it now. It's not about the money. It's not about wanting to be famous. It's not about any of that stuff to me, like how a lot of people get on here and they're like, all right, cool, well, I want to start making money. First of all, one, it doesn't start overnight. Nothing starts overnight. Things take time. It takes patience, and it takes a lot of work. You just don't get on here, record, and then publish and post. There's a whole lot of things that come into it when you're doing YouTube. But I started my YouTube channel because, like I said, this is something that I'm very interested in. This is my passion. I love expressing and showing me, especially if you know me. This is me. Like, I've always been this type of person. I've always just been very creative and tech savvy, I want to say, and very into the camera. Like I said, if you've known me for a long time. And then I started watching De'Ara on YouTube, and it just really got me more motivated to be like, all right, cool. If she could do this, I know I could do this. And y'all know I love me some De'Ara. Speaking of De'Ara, if you haven't watched that video either, make sure y'all tune in and go watch that video, because it was so magical meeting her. Like, she's so sweet. So sweet. Is your son close to his dad or a mama's boy? Again, if you watch my IG stories, my son is with me 24/7. My son's been with me 24/7. I don't really have much to say or speak on his father. So we just gonna keep it at that. We don't co-parent, we don't do anything. I make all the primary decisions for DJ. So DJ is me. Are you and D planning on getting married anytime soon? We spoke about the idea of getting married, but right now that's not even on the tables to get married right now. There's a whole lot of things that come in line before you decide to jump and get married. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, you can do that when you guys get married. I don't feel a need to rush that I need to get married and hop on the boat and the trend of everybody just getting married, signing papers, and doing this and the third. There's a lot of other things that you think about. Like, for instance, we spoke about how finances would work, how the living situation would work, because obviously when we get married, we're not going to be living in New York. We are probably going to be moving to another state. As much as I'm hesitant on it, he's very like, yeah, let's go. I want to get up and go. I'm so stuck on being in New York that it's really bad. It's really bad because I'm just so used to, I can just get up and walk to the store. I don't need to drive to a store. But like I said, we spoke about that. And primarily, we really just both agreed on, we want to be in a different career space when it comes to marriage. Like, we just can't be right where we are now. Like, all right, cool, we're going to get married. But these are the things that we set in place. These are the things that we spoke about prior to, before even the engagement, the marriage, and all that stuff like that. Like, we need to be 10 steps ahead before we think about marriage. So, do you believe in second chances? Considering where I'm at now, I'm 29 years old, and I feel like I've given a lot of people second chances, third chances, fourth chances in my life, and I've just gotten to a point where I think we're a little bit old enough now to be like, all right, cool, I know what's right from wrong. So it really depends on the situation now if I'm gonna give anybody a second chance in anything, because once I'm turned off, I'm turned off. So what's your favorite thing to do when you're free? Sleep. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Sleep. I love to sleep. So when I have a chance to sleep and I'm free, I'm sleeping, baby. 9 out of 10 times I'm sleeping. Because it's very rare that I get a chance to be free, because I'm always doing either something with my kid or with him, or we're doing something family oriented when it's just me, him, and DJ and his kids too. It's when it's all of us. So when I get the chance to be free, baby, I'm sleeping. Because like I said, if it's not me and DJ, or all of us and the kids and him, I'm doing stuff around the house. I'm cleaning, I'm cooking. I'm trying to figure out what's my next move with something else, whether it's YouTube, a vacation, something. I'm always on the move. But I'm sleeping. Baby, I'm sleeping. On a scale from 1 to 10, how happy are you with life right now? I'm gonna give my life a solid 8. And I'm going to give it a solid 8 because there are little hurdles in my life that I know I could get past right now. that is 100% taking me some time to hurdle over, I want to say. But once I get past those hurdles and I figure out what it is, not what it is, or how it is that I'm going to tackle these hurdles, then I'll be 100% great with everything that I got going on in life. But a solid 8. A solid 8. Daytime or nighttime? I'm not really sure what this question really meant. If it meant I'm a daytime person or I'm a nighttime person. I'm a nighttime person. I prefer not to be a daytime person, which is why I'm really grumpy in the morning time. I don't like the noise. I don't like the nothing loud in the morning time. I don't even like getting up in the morning time. If it wasn't for my son having to get up and go to school, I would not be up in the morning at all. I'm a nighttime person. It feels like I have insomnia, but I'm a nighttime person. I like being up at nighttime because that's when, for some odd reason, my brain starts to think about 101 things, and I got these great ideas that I all of a sudden think of at 3 a.m. in the morning. But yeah. 3 goals you wish to accomplish before the year is over. So 3 goals I wish to accomplish before the year is over. 1, I need to get my license. Like, as much as I be procrastinating and talk about I don't want to drive out here because everything is so convenient, I be wanting to just get up and drive to another state sometimes, or just drive to other places, and I can't. So I definitely need to get my license. I already have my learner's permit. I'm just procrastinating. I've been procrastinating for 5 years because I got my permit in 2020, I think. I definitely got my permit in 2020 because that's when everybody was taking the test online to get their permits and taking the things. Since 2020, we are in 2025 now. So I've had my permit for 5 years now. And every time I do have to retake the test because sometimes they don't offer to renew the permits, pass the test with flying colors. Like, I know everything that I need to know. I just don't drive. So that's one goal I wish to accomplish before the year is over. Another goal of, matter of fact, hold on, take a pause. I'm gonna go get my bingo board from the back because I have a whole bunch of things on that bingo board that I needed to accomplish this year, and we're already 6 months into the year and I have yet to accomplish anything. So let me go get that. All right, cool. So this was my 2025 bingo vision board that I created. I don't know when I created it. I gotta go back into my Canva design notes to see when I made this. But I printed this out in April and I stuck it on the wall because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need some motivation because it's just sitting on my phone and I'm not looking at it. So I'm gonna just pick 2 other things off this vision board because get my license is already up here. It's already up here. So 2 other things that are my goal that I want to accomplish before the year is over is I want to start my business back up. Like, I feel like I'm procrastinating with that too. Starting my business back up, but if you know, that was my baby too. So that's one goal that I want to accomplish before the year is over. So get my license and start my business back up. And then I want to get monetized on YouTube. Like, I've been doing YouTube for quite some time. And if I was a little bit more consistent with posting, I think I would be monetized already. But I want to get to a place where I have financial freedom and I don't have to keep depending on working for somebody to do that for me. So those are the 3 things I would like to accomplish before the year is up. Are you more of a receiver or giver? I feel like I fake knew what this question was, but So I'm gonna answer this question two different ways. So the first way I'm thinking is if somebody's like asking in no sense of, do I like to receive or do I like to give? I like to receive, if that's what the question was asking me. So and if it was like meaning for more like wise, gift wise things, I'm a giver with gifts. Like I like to give gifts. Like that's me. But I have a feeling it was more the lines of the first meaning of this question. Yeah, I ate with that one, so whatever. All right, the best date you've been on and the worst date you've been on. I'm not gonna hold you. The worst date that I've been on, I don't think there's any worst dates that I've been on because I don't really be going out like that. And even when I was going out with all my other boyfriends, can't even think. But I'm gonna just say the best date I've been on has been literally any date that I go out with my man, because it's always something different. It's not like we're just always going out to eat. Every date that we go on is an adventure. But I honestly have to say the best date that I've been on was Barcade. Like that was fun. We ended up, it was in the summertime last year. We ended up going to Savoy for the first time. Tried it out. Great vibes. Drinks were strong. Hookah was really great. We kind of wish we did go downstairs so we could fill out the vibes, because I've been to Savoy twice. I went the second time with my friends. Baby, downstairs is a vibe. Downstairs is a vibe for sure. But we ended up going to Savoy first, and then we headed out and went to Barcade after, and it was really, really fun. So, and it was my first time going, so I loved it. Do I have any insecurities? I don't have any insecurities anymore. I want to say growing up, I used to have really bad insecurities about the way that I look, whether it's my face, my skin, my hair, my body. I've always felt like there was just something not there when it came to me. But I've grown past all those insecurities very, very much. Top 3 things I like about myself. Well, I like that I'm a very pretty determined person. So whatever I set my mind to doing, I do it. I like that I'm open to trying new things. I also like I'm not trying to be like very, very mega minded about things that I love about myself, but I just love myself in general. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that hate me, but baby, I wasn't born to please everybody. So I just love me. And then, okay, the very last question that we have gone up to is, what's a non-sexual thing that's an instant turn on for you? Doing instead of asking, because I will never ask anybody to do anything for me. So when somebody does something for me or my son, yes. And I never have to ask my man to do anything, unless it's something around the house to clean up and do, like them dishes, because I know he's gonna be watching my video. Them dishes. Other than that, my man. I never have to ask him to do anything, and I love it. So, and I never have to ask him to do anything for my son. So, but that concludes today's episode of What's Tea, and I hope that I will have some more questions to answer in the next round, which will probably be next month. So please make sure you watch my IG stories to watch out for the new NGL link that will be posted. It will be posted sometime, I want to say the middle of July. So please stay tuned for that link. And like I said before, if you haven't watched the other one, watch that video as well. I don't have anything further to say. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Taking trips, come back at 6, wake me in your chat.